The Cowboys will send a 7th-round pick that could turn into a 6th-round pick. Bennett has made 3 Pro Bowls and won 1 Super Bowl in his 11-year career. Shannon, how much will Bennett help the Cowboys?
Skip, he's a good pickup. There's not a whole lot of guys that could rush inside and outside. He can play the end. He can get in the tackle. And if you put him, Robert Quinn, D-Law, and I don't know who the other guy, you'd have a nice speed package. And that's what a lot of teams try to do. They get you 3rd and long. They try to put their best pass rushers on the field, although a lot of times your best pass rusher is normally a defensive end. In the case of Aaron Donald, obviously he's an interior guy. Skip, look, we knew this was inevitable. Once he got suspended, there was only 2 outcomes. Either he get released or he get traded. Now they trade.
Oh, you said early on, you said you thought that they'd figure it out and he'd last the year.
For me, I know they weren't going to release him because if you release him, guess what, Skip? He gets an opportunity. Maybe he goes to Kansas City. Maybe he goes to a team that they could possibly see down.
Although if you wait until the trade deadline, then it's reverse order waivers. Where
and you hope somebody else collects you, right?
Okay,
some team hope they get him before then.
Yep.
But once he did this, you kind of knew the writing kind of was on the wall. And then maybe, Skip, if he came back and apologized, said, you know what, I was wrong.
He did not.
No,
he doubled right in.
He doubled down.
He doubled down.
Hey, we had a disagreement. I thought we had freedom of speech, right?
This is America. Yeah. That's Michael Bennett. Yep.
No, in New England, they got an authoritarian type situation in New England. And,
well, it's a dictatorship.
Okay, you're right. Skip, been talking to Gronk. It's going to air on Fox on Sunday.
Yep.
And he said, look, when you go to New England, when you check into the building, you leave your ego outside. So that's understood.
Yep.
He said, that place is not for everybody. And for me, Skip, what's hard for me to understand, Skip, Michael Bennett's brother played for New England. See, the luxury that I had a brother that was 2-3 years older than me, but he got redshirted, so he preceded me. So he can tell me, even though I didn't go to a D1 school, he can tell me what college was going to be like. And when I got to the NFL, because he had already had 2 years in the league, Skip, he could tell me what I could kind of expect. But what, just say for the sake of argument, I went to Green Bay. Don't you think he could tell me what the hell I could expect at Green Bay if the coaching staff was exactly the same? I believe Martellus could have told Michael, what you thought, the freedoms that you enjoyed at Philly, the freedoms that you enjoyed at Tampa and Seattle, they do not exist in New England. Even if he was right, Coach Belichick was always going to put his thumb on that and says, no, sir, we don't have that. We don't have players.
I agree. And he might have been right.
He could have been right. But the fact of the matter is, it's reported that he went into a confrontation with Brett Bielema in front of people. That was never going to work.
Nope.
But to back to the original question that Alex asked, yes, I think this is a good move, Skip. Because they lost Tyrone Crawford. And what you need, you can never have enough pass rushers. Here's a guy that can rush the passer, although his stats doesn't bear that out.
Yeah.
But they don't, in New England, they don't allow you to rush the passer like a lot of other teams. Other teams want you to get on an edge.
That's true.
And get to the quarterback.
Good point.
Coach Belichick wants you to play down the window because he doesn't want you to create lanes.
Nope.
So it makes it very difficult. And there's why you don't see guys with a whole lot of double-digit sacks unless you're Chandler Jones, who's so immensely talented, and he could do that. But, Skip, I do think this is a good pickup for the Cowboys. He's going to help them because he adds depth and he adds another guy that can get to the quarterback.
Yep. So I did, right out of the box, tell you no way he's going to last after what happened with Brent Bielema in New England. That Belichick will say no to this.
Right.
But
Skip, he might have stayed, Skip, if he'd apologized, said, you know what, guys, I was wrong. I handled that situation wrong. Skip, you can't double down and say it is what it is.
I just did not see Michael Bennett landing with my Dallas Cowboys. And when I saw and heard this news yesterday, I sat back and said, whoa, that's not a good move. That's a great move.
You're feeling good.
You know what?
Look at it.
That just might be an Amari Cooper midseason memorial Super Bowl move.
There you go.
This might be the Amari Cooper of the defense.
Oh, my goodness.
This might be just what the doctor ordered for the defense. Just the way Amari was just what Dak needed last year at midseason for the offense. I was blown away by this, and I got to credit, for once, Jason Garrett. Because remember what happened back in July, maybe it was June, July, but it was reported that Jason Garrett had a summer dinner up on Nantucket with Bill Belichick at his summer home. They're pretty tight.
Mm-hmm.
So is it possible, because Belichick has a history of doing little favors for his favorites around the league?
Right.
Little favors. Mm-hmm. Jimmy G for a 2 to Kyle Shanahan. Okay. John Lynch. Okay. So is it possible he just threw Jason a little bone? It's not, it doesn't seem like a big bone, but it's just like a medium-sized bone. You can have Michael Bennett for a 7 that could become a 6th-round pick if he plays up to these conditions, right? Well, that works for me because I don't have enough firepower coming off the edge. Now Robert Quinn's got some rib pull thing that I don't know, but it's not enough for me to think that DeMarcus Lawrence and Robert Quinn are enough. You need one more nuclear type weapon, and he can be on occasion. When he gets cranked, he is capable of changing a game. He is capable of a sack fumble. He's capable of a key 3rd down sack. And you can use him in rotation, which they are pretty good at. And with Chris Richard running the defense, I think there'll be a little better communication there.
Yeah, he understands Chris Richard. He understands that defense.
So
it's a perfect situation, Skip.
Because
he knows the defense.
They go back to Seattle, right?
It's the same.
So again, I know Michael well enough. He's difficult because he's his own man. He's difficult to sort of deal with and to coach. But now he comes with a chip on his shoulder. They did me wrong. I'm going to show them. And a month from yesterday, guess who plays at Foxborough? The Dallas Cowboys do.
But for me, when a coach will trade you to a team that he knows he's going to face, or he trades you within the division, because remember, Skip, he traded Drew Bledsoe within the division.
He doesn't think that it'll be a factor.
Thank you.
But they are in opposite conferences, so maybe he thought, I don't care that much about a Sunday game in so it's November or something. So it's not like end of the world game. It's not like they're a threat to keep New England from getting to the Super Bowl. Is it possible they would play New England? Well, that was my preseason Super Bowl pick. But I still think that he did Jason Garrett just a little favor. And now the counter argument ensues, because Martellus did play in New England. You think, well, he would tell brother, okay, these are the rules of the road in New England. But remember, Martellus was drafted originally by the Dallas Cowboys.
2nd-round pick.
And it did not work. And when Martellus departed, he said he took a shot at Jason Witten, saying he never really took me under his wing. In fact, he cold-shouldered me and made it even harder on me to succeed in Dallas. Well, will Michael care about that? It was a long time ago. Maybe a little bit, but I think he'll care more right now about the bigger chip on his shoulder to say, watch this, New England.
Well, Skip, for me, I would never want to face a guy on the defensive side, and I don't think he's very good, and for whatever reason I took money from him, and he's got to go against my quarterback. Because what's in his mind? Okay, you don't think I'm good? Let me show you what I'm going to do to your quarterback.
I would agree. So, it's kind of smacks of a Super Bowl move to me. Doesn't it feel like that to you?
Man, there you go, man. There you go.
Michael Bennett, who knew?
Skip, look, I like the move a lot because, like I said, you can never have enough good pass rushers. And Michael Bennett is a guy that can rush from the inside. D-Law don't really rush inside. Quinn don't really rush inside. But you put him, Quinn, D-Law on the field at once. I don't know who the other guy will be. You have a nice...
Or even in rotation, I'm good with that.
Well, obviously, I think he's going to come off the bench. You got a nice little rotation. You got a nice little speed package where you can get after the quarterback. And on that turf...
Bye week, get him locked in, get him ready.
He'll fit
right in.
You're feeling good about yourself.
This is huge.
And then guess what, Skip? Because remember, he was in Philly. So now he gets to face Philly, and he get to tell the Cowboys all about Philly signals.
Good. Love it. Perfect. Thank you, Coach Belichick, for doing us a little favor that could have big dividends. Way to go. Here we go.
Your day coming.
Yeah.
Your day coming.
Your day is already coming.
Your day coming.
You already lost last night.
Oh, I love it. Moving on to baseball, and what was expected to be a pitcher's duel on Wednesday, it was the Nationals' bats that made the difference in Game 2. Washington used a 6-run 7th inning to cruise to a 12-3 victory. The Nats now lead the World Series 2-0 with Game 3 tonight in D.C. Zach Greinke will be on the mound for Houston, while Anibal Sanchez will pitch for Washington. Shannon. What are you expecting in Game 3 tonight?
I'm expecting the Nationals to go up. Sanchez has been dominant in the postseason. Skip. They're playing with a lot of confidence. And the Astros' confidence is shook right now. And in order for them to get, they lose this game, to ask them to do what the Red Sox did to the Yankees, I think is next to impossible. Because you're going to have to beat Scherzer, you're going to have to beat Strasburg and Sanchez again. And I don't think that's possible. But I'm taking the Nationals to go up.
I got the Astros to bounce back, and Zach Greinke comes up bigger than he ever has in regular or postseason. This will be his night, his game. The Astros will assume or regain some control of this series because the pressure tonight will all be on the home team.
I'm glad we got a couple of cases to do on that end.
Yeah, well, we don't.
Why not?
Yeah, well,
you seem confident. I mean, you like, oh, you know, regain confidence, and the Astros are just too.
But you know, again, you should be right about this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be right.
You missed out on your probiotic. That's what's going on in your gut.
I never miss them twice a day. Never miss. Thank you.
Well, Game 3 should be a good one. Coverage starting tonight at 7:30 Eastern on Fox. Now, are the Cowboys about to run away with the NFC East? Former Eagle Orlando Scandrick